Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's the animated 2021 movie Injustice. Welcome, everybody. Before we get started, let me take care of some business and we'll get started here. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I come on live, you can hit that bell down below there and YouTube won't notify you. So best thing to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. So this movie Injustice is actually on HBO Max now. So that's where it's at. I was actually kind of surprised to see it there. I forgot that it had come out. So that's the reason why. Um I'm gonna go through the non-spoiler version first, which is gonna be kind of hard to do a little bit, but we'll go through that and then we'll do the spoilers after this. So what is this injustice thing? So it's actually taken from a video game and a graphic novel. So a comic book really is what it is. The video game played like Mortal Kombat in a way, which would pitted DC characters against each other, that kind of thing. But to the heart of the story, and what the comic actually kind of extrapolated a little bit more on is it's another world. So you have the multiverse that happens. DC has a multiverse as well. Yes. So this takes place on another world that has a Justice League, and that world's Superman has a tragedy, a big tragedy. And excuse me, as a result of that, he becomes super jerk. Well, no, he becomes a dictator is really what he becomes. And so that's what this is all about, is how this came about, what he's doing, who's trying to stop him, who's along for the ride too, that kind of stuff. And that's what this whole movie is all about. Is it worth your time? Yes. It's actually really well done. It's a good storyline. It's fairly violent, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's a reason why this movie is rated R. Um, there's some shit where you just go, "Fuck," That's some good animation, though. Um, so yeah, it's actually really good. The video game is actually a lot of fun. There's actually two video games. There's Injustice and of course Injustice 2. I have both. I've been playing those forever. On and off, of course. I have a Batman that's a level 20 right now, and he's got all kinds of jacked up armor and whatnot. But anyway, I digress. So yes, it is worth your time. There is a lot of really good story to it. The way they end this movie was a good. They did a good job of it. Let's just say, because it could have been very open ended and just gone, oh shit, they're gonna drag this out into multiple things. They can still actually make multiple sequels if it's actually popular enough, without doing some, straining, shall we say. So with that said, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode or the movie, I should say. If you haven't seen the movie, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Okay. Yes. No. Maybe so. Yes. All right. So damn. The whole thing with the Joker going in and using fear gas laced with kryptonite to get Superman to see a pregnant Lois Lane as an enemy, and as a huge enemy, and he just punches the shit out of her and takes her up into space, killing her and the baby. And then also making he took a warhead, a nuclear warhead, stuck it in Metropolis, and then attaches the detonator to Lois's heart. So when her heart stops, it detonates and takes out all of Metropolis. So double whammy on all of this, and it's just like, that right there is a gut punch, and you're just like, fuck. but then everything that comes about afterwards, like, Superman killing Joker, he's like, "Yep, fuck it, it's done." And, he kills, Green Arrow at one point, he kills heroes as well. And Wonder Woman's along for the ride. She's like, "Yeah, do it, do it, do it," because where she's from, the mascara, it's, law is law where, if someone has wronged you, taken a life, you get to take their life, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, she's all in it for the totalitarianism, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he even gets to the point where he's like, "You know what? We're gonna round up all the guns." He stops war across the world, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, he goes, basically, if anyone fights, you have to answer to me, kind of thing. And wars and stuff like that, that people won't stop warring. He goes in and basically he kills a bunch of people too, just to stop wars and stuff like that. So it's pretty violent of a movie, but it shows you that a Superman that is hurting, um, is going to do some really shitty things. And then having Plastic Man, I love that they actually use Plastic Man as one of the redeemers, I guess you could say, and Mr. Terrific, and having them bring in, another world's Superman to, basically show down. Well, first to talk to him, and of course that doesn't work, so they beat the shit out of each other, and then bringing in another world's pregnant Lois who lost her Superman, and yeah, so basically it went the other way around, and yeah, he finally breaks at that point and says, "Yeah, okay, I'll go to jail," that kind of stuff, and you know, that is actually a good ending to this. They did a great job of this. The characters were actually well voiced. Um, I just gotta say, I thought it was Mark Hamill at first that was doing the Joker, but it's actually Kevin Pollak, who is a comedian. He's also an actor too. He's been in The Usual Suspects. He's been in tons of movies over the decades. Also, he's just a funny ass comedian. If I saw him live a couple of times in the 80s and 90s, I believe, somewhere around there. And yeah, he's actually pretty funny. So, but he does a great voice. He does a great Mark Hamill impersonation, I have to admit. And then Anson Mount as Batman, who has been voicing Batman for a while now, was pretty good as well. So yeah, there's actually some really good voice actors in this, and just the story moves along at a good clip. I think it's 120 minutes long, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually looking at the IMDb page right now, and yeah, 118 minutes, 1 hour 18 minutes long. There we go. So 1 hour, 18 minutes long. I said 120 minutes. I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, an hour and 18 minutes, and it feels a lot longer, honestly. And it's because of the brutality of things. And I think if it had gone longer than that, it would have really grated on people. It wouldn't have been a great movie. This actually was just enough where you get that feeling of, oh fuck, you get that little pucker factor when Superman is beating the fuck out of people and killing people as well. And yeah, so good job all the way around. I like this one. This is one of the better DC movies that they've done. It's more similar along the veins of like Flashpoint. If you ever got to see the animated Flashpoint from I want to say like 2015 or something like that. I've got it someplace in the DVD collection up here, which is a great movie. And also the one that actually is the like one of the most terrifying, I would say, DC movies is God, I want to say it's another DC Comics movie. I want to say it's Doom, I think is what it is, or fuck, I have it up here someplace. So I'd have to look for it. But yeah, that one is actually really terrifying. It's yeah, where you see Batman has contingencies upon contingencies and for everybody that he's involved with. And yeah, they get used against the Justice League, and it's not pretty. So yes, it is worth your time. If you have HBO Max or whatever the equivalent is overseas, take a look at it. I mean, it's worth it. Again, like I said, it is going to be violent. It is bloody. It does earn its rated R rating for a reason. So if you're squeamish about that kind of stuff, then you can shy away from it, I would say. So, but you're gonna miss some good stuff. Um, yeah. So, with that said, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow is going to be the Book of Boba Fett. That's right, that guy right over here, Boba Fett. Mercenary X84 says how to describe this movie. Anakin voice, I hate them. Yeah. Kind of, in a way. Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be the Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett's right there. Thursday is going to be Peacemaker. That's right. Pissmaker, as Harley Quinn would say. Friday is going to be a Resident Alien because I know it opens up on Wednesday, but I just can't do it. It's going to be too late to do a review for it. And no one's going to be awake for it. And I'm just going to be talking to myself, really, is what's going to, like I normally do, but still. I'm going to do that on Friday. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend, any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday and Monday, I'm going to be off. Tuesday is going to be another episode. Is it worth my time? And I don't know what I'm going to do as of yet. So there we go. Yeah, Resident Alien is back. It is back. So we'll see how that goes. Season 2. Yeah. And how I'm going to finagle how I'm going to watch it, because Sci-Fi does some weird shit on their app and whatnot. And same thing with Peacock. USA Network used to be able, you could actually use the app for that one too to watch it. And NBC has just gotten kind of shitty with being able to see their shows, even though they broadcast it over the fucking air. Yeah. Anyway, I digress on that. Um, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up in the very end here. Take a look at that one, because what YouTube does, it takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media on there and all the links to my pages as well. Yeah. Hey, we might have a little special guest up in the balcony back here tomorrow for tomorrow's podcast. We'll see what happens. So thank you, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up, I don't know, having to face a really rageful Superman, and that does not go over well unless you have any superpowers. And then you might have a fighting chance, but even so, probably not. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Be safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those boosters as well, and the flu shot as well. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Take care and have a good night. Thanks, everybody. Good night.